Today we will be landing on the moon and we will be looking awesome while doing so. We will also be launching the MLS, the Moon Launch System, showing this rocket in all of its awesomeness, as well as do some cool selfies. First things first, we have analyzed in the previous mission the ScanSat topography of the moon, which gave us an ideal landing spot for the next moon mission. So today we're gonna be taking that mission, and which better way to take it than Quiltless Kerman, who has been my long-standing patron. Thank you very much for your support on Patreon, it is truly appreciated. And Radoslaw Kerman, in the Fact of Engineer, who is one of my most frequent commenters on the channel. If you would like to be participating, well, you might consider supporting me on either Patreon or YouTube membership, or be just frequent in my channel because, well, I then tend to reward my most active members. So, we are gonna be populating. The pilot will be Quiltless, and obviously the engineer will be Radoslaw. Now, we are getting ready for the launch. Let's look at this beautiful beast. By the way, I didn't have the time to actually put in the how does the construction of this thing look, but if the video has gone live, there will be a link in the comments below or in the description, and I might even put up a card of how to build the MLS. Yeah, it will be coming in further episodes. However, Quiltless and Radoslaw are going to the moon today. Yes, look at them, how happy they are. And they're going atop of the most powerful rocket to date in the Kerbal arsenal, the MLS. Well, some inspiration is clearly obvious, but to be perfectly honest, this will be an Apollo-style mission, not an Artemis-style, well, I don't know. And for the newest member of my mod family, you can actually guess which one it is. It has just shown its face. Yes, this mod is called, I think it's called the Mach cones or the shock cones. It's an awesome mod. I will be adding it to the my mod list. And thank you very much, guys, for the tips in terms of some mods that I could be using. I am also using the Firefly, which is the recent addition, and I'm pretty sure you guys loved it in the previous video, so thank you very much for commenting there. Anyway, as our rocket gently ascends towards the heavens, Quiltless and Radoslaw are going through the mission profile, and they are looking through. It is gonna be a beautiful day today, and the moon has been well lit, so this will be providing some awesome visuals. Yes, as we are coming up on the Kerman line, which should be in roughly 25 kilometers, there we go. Let's just quickly set up the burn at the apoapsis to circularize at the now almost standard 100 kilometers, because that's the best place to just circularize and be really, really happy. There we are. So, having said that, we have decided to actually go for the burn, which will be 1,300 and something meters per second, and it's gonna be using the MLS core stage, so it will be completely sufficient to circularize. Yes, this is an expendable rocket, but I guess it will be expended as debris permanently left. I have to up my game when it comes to collecting space debris. Yeah. However, I have a very good reason for it, and I might even use the MLS to eject the Kerbals a little bit halfway to the moon. We'll see how it goes. Now, there we go. Quiltless and Radoslaw, we're just gonna be turning this Gemini capsule, and look how cool screenshots those are. I'm really, really enjoying this, and let us just... Well, I don't want to decouple this. I do want to be ditching the fairing because this hides something awesome. Deploy the fairing. There we go. There is our moon lander. Yes, and obviously, contrary to the Apollo program, I didn't have a Saturn V rocket, so I had to somehow integrate this lander within the confines of the MLS. And this is what I've come up with. Obviously, those two struts holding up the entire top stage, whether or not I think some statics guys would have a word or two to say about it. However, now I think it's time that we have Quiltless and Radoslaw do some EVA and some docking, because after all we do want to be doing the Apollo style docking, where we will be docking our moon lander on top of our capsule. Right, are we ready? Quiltless, let's go. Look how happy he is. Yeah, and you cannot see his face, obviously. Well, narration has never been my strong suit. However, we are going close to the moon lander and we are gonna get ourselves inside. We just have to bypass a huge girder that's just in front of us, but Quiltless is not bothered by that. And there is a true EVA mod that I've been using, which actually gives us these cool IVA, you know, screens. So, we're gonna be ditching. Let's decouple. Here we have a stack separator over here that will be ensuring that we just gently decouple, bumping only slightly into the top of the rocket while we try to fiddle ourselves into the position where we can dock with the top core module. Now let's just easy does it, and obviously there is some clipping, but yeah, don't judge me. Like I said, I'm a little bit rusty when it comes to Kerbal Space Program. However, we're going to be controlling from here, and then we're going to be setting the crew hatch as a target, because that one will be the place where we will be docked. I'm using the docking port Junior, and I'm using the docking port indicator by Navyfish, I believe. This is the one mod that I cannot play Kerbal Space Program without. That one, and I think is OCS Build Aid, because that helps me build crafts that are actually dynamically stable, more or less. However, now I think it's time that we do the docking. So, Quiltless, easy huffs and puffs. You don't have a lot of monoprop, but you should have more than enough for 2 dockings that we will be needing. First one is this, and another one when we will be returning from the surface of the moon. Yes. Technically, we don't need to dock the second time, but I thought it might be just handy to actually do that. Now, having said that, let us just easy and gently. I think actually docking will be necessary for the transfer of science, yes, because the lander has all of the science experiments, and the land and the can, or the Gemini crew module, has the science storage experiment thingy. So when we dock, we will be able to transfer all the science rather than having a Kerbal pick up every experiment one by one. Just imagine Kerbal's clumsy getting out of the command pod in full EVA and trying to collect all the experiments and just jugging them over into the Gemini module. What can I tell you? It's a sight that you really don't want to see. Now, we're going to be controlling back from here, and now this is a weird looking rocket. Now, having said that, we should probably just gently extend the solar panels on the main crew module, and then we will be positioning ourselves for the moon ejection burn. Right. Alright, let's see how much delta V will that take. It should still be more than what the MLS is capable of providing, but that's why we have the upper stage, and that's definitely something that I intend to put to good use. Now, the upper stage has to have enough power to carry over itself and the lander to a close moon flyby, insert into lunar orbit, and then allow the lander to do its thing while it lands and does all that jazz. Alright, so we should be getting Quiltless back because, well, he needs to kind of fly this thing. He's a pilot after all, you know. Radoslaw will be conducting some experiments, and he might be also performing some science. Quiltless, stop making selfies, although you look pretty cool in this. Yeah, really. Oh, look at that. He is just happy. Well, you know, I cannot blame him. If I were in his position, I would be happy too. Anyway, let us go back into the crew module, and also we are playing with Tech Life Support. We cannot forget that because, well, okay, can you enter the seat? Yeah, buckle up. Thank you. Cool. Now, we have the node coming up in 12 minutes and 1 second, and we are gonna position ourselves to get us nicely aligned for the maneuver. I mean, having this giant rocket turn and swing on the reaction wheels and hanging on 2 struts, yeah, if that ain't Kerbal, I don't know what is. Alright. Anyway, there we go. And just before the burn, I'd like to take a note from today's sponsor. Are you feeling overwhelmed and frustrated with trying to manage your job applications? You're not alone. Many job seekers struggle to keeping on track of applications, deadlines, follow-ups. The chaos can leave you feeling anxious and unorganized, leading to missed opportunities and feelings of inadequacy. It's stressful when it seems like all your efforts are going unnoticed, and the uncertainty of the job search can be emotionally draining. Introducing the Job Application Dashboard, your ultimate solution for a stress-free job search. This isn't just a template. It's a game changer designed specifically for the job seekers like you. With this tracker, you'll streamline your job application process, gain clarity, and regain control. The free version of the tracker comes with application tracking, automations to keep you on top of the actual job offers, not the stale ones or not the ones where there is no answer, as well as daily tasks and the place where you can store your CV. The dashboard, which is the enhanced and paid version, offers you multiple CVs, including a feedback loop of how your CVs are successful, what's their success rate, how many interviews have they secured, and also a habit tracker to help you set your goals and meet them. Imagine waking up each day with a clear plan and the tools you need to track your application smoothly. Are you ready to transform your job search experience and feel empowered? Don't let another opportunity slip away. Join today and experience this change for yourself and see how quickly you can take control of your job applications. Click the link below to get you started. Your dream job awaits. Thank you very much for engaging with today's sponsor, which is, well, myself. Yeah, thanks. Anyway, we are placing ourselves in the node. Will be 23 seconds to the burn. We are aligned and the burn will take 842 meters per second, some of which will be performed by the upper stage. So bye-bye MLS core stage, and it's time to engage the burn. And some of the parts of this video will be accelerated up to 3 times for your viewing pleasure, because some of those actions are very long. Right, having said that, we have a pretty nice Mooner injection, so let's, without further ado, kick out the afterburners and continue on our merry way to the moon for glory and science and selfies. Alright, here we go, moon, here we come. So closing into the moon's sphere of influence, and we have a metric crap ton of science, which we want to perform. Crew reports while in space over the moon, EVA report, and infrared and plasma experiments, which will yield us a little bit more science. We did have moon probes that were bringing the initial data, but I notice a problem, and guys, you tell me, can you see the problem with transmitting the science? Yes, that's right, we didn't have our antenna deployed. Silly me. Anyway, we can just once again aim at the small relay Mark 1, because that's the only one that has the range of talking to this bananas. But I definitely need to upgrade my RemoteTech network. Yeah, I know, that's fair. Now, we cannot have only one satellite communicating with every single craft that we have out there. Now, and having said that, can you do an EVA report, Radoslav? Thank you very much. EVA report and the crew report, and then just go back in. Buckle up, please. Thank you. And then make sure that we can actually transmit all of the data. Now, where is my plasma? Is this plasma? No, this is the infrared spectrometer. Well, we still need that one. Let's try and send it. Okay, now the connection works. As you can tell, we have local control, and it means we can actually send the data back to Kerban for the boys in the lab to analyze. Right. Alright, so time to set up the maneuver. We're gonna do orbital insertion, and I accidentally hit on the gas. Well, you know, silly me. Now, let us set up the maneuver node at the moon periapsis, and I want to be setting up the moon's periapsis of around 10-ish. So between 8 and 12. Now, a little bit fiddling would get us to the moon's periapsis, which should be mighty fine. And then we want to be engaging the afterburners as we kick on the burn. Just look how beautiful moon looks when we are closing in on it. Ain't it beautiful? Ain't it glorious? Yeah, I certainly think so. I have no idea why my flag is flickering though. It's a good question. Alright, we are at the burn, so kicking the afterburners. It's a hefty burn, it's 300-something meters per second. So it's a good question whether or not we would have enough delta V to go back. I'm pretty sure of it because we currently have 896 with the lander attached. Remember, lander will be remaining permanently in the orbit around Moon, which means we should have more than enough to get even, who knows, maybe even to Duna from here. But I'm not gonna talk enough so I don't jinx it. We can always, just in case that the lander doesn't have enough to ascend and rendezvous with the command module, we might have enough delta V in the command module to go down on the Moon and actually retrieve my Kerbals. I thought about that scenario because it happened to me more than once, or more than once, more than I can count actually. I made so many unexpected colonies that I don't know how many Kerbals have become Moon, Duna, and whatever colonists due to my inability to return them back home. Let's hope that's not the case with Quiltless and Radoslaw. Now, having said that, we are coming up on the burn. The burn should be 47 meters per second. We do want to execute some more experiments because some of them are biome dependent. And yeah, because after all, we are milking the science. Now look at that. Experiment, experiment, experiment. There we go. Beautiful. Container, collect all. All of those will be handed out the moment that we land. Okay, so guys, are we ready for the burn? The burn should be in 30 seconds. All right. And let's see, where do we go from here? All right, taking the burn. Beautiful. Oh, look at this beautiful moonrise shot. I have decided to be quiet because of such a beautiful sight. Come on, guys, this is just amazing, isn't it? Yeah, look at them. Quiltless and Radoslaw are leaping with joy, quite literally. Right, I think it's time. It's time that we get our lander ready for the departure. So, Quiltless, are you ready? Let's go on an EVA, buddy. Radoslaw will be waiting and guarding the home front as an avian engineer. He's gonna run the return checks just to make sure that all the systems are running nominally. Right. Quiltless will be coming in and let us just go and board. Come on. Quiltless. Oh, not. Please don't put your foot in the fuel tank, will ya? Thank you. Grab, board, and buckle up. Thank you. Cool. Now, we should be aiming for a descent somewhere, but we need to first undock. There we go. And we want to be in control of this little module. And I'm gonna be extending these panels just down. All right. All right, so as we gently nudge ourselves from the command module, Quiltless Kerman is pushing down to cancel the horizontal velocity and hopefully get us landed surely but safely on the surface of the moon. Now, I don't have a specific land, criteria where I'm gonna land on the crater or not. I'm just gonna go into the Midlands or Highlands or whatever it's gonna be called these days. After all, it's the first spot where we're gonna be landing, and I do want to have a nice view. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? So I'm gonna be extending the stabilizers, and I really think that those stabilizers are awesome. Just look how wide they are. They will be securing that our little lander will be, well, let's say not flippable. All right. We are going gently, but surely with Quiltless. I've accelerated this video for your viewing pleasure, so no, I wasn't doing it this fast, but we're gonna be landing just shy of this crater, just past this crater, somewhere near the crater's rim. Alright, getting down, getting ready for the suicide burn. Suicide burn distance 200. We're gonna be just gently decelerating to ensure we can land safely. I don't see the shadow yet, but I'm pretty sure I will be seeing it shortly. There we go. And touchdown. Beautiful. There we go. Congratulations, Quiltless. You are the first Kerbal to have landed on another planet, or on a moon, to be honest. Now, let us extend the landing legs and, the ladders, and let's perform all the science that we can. We're gonna be collecting everything from the moon's surface because we can. The only thing that remains is the surface sample and the EVA report, which Quiltless is gonna be collecting by himself, on foot. Just careful so you don't fall flat on your face. Your predecessor in the previous series has fallen flat on the face while trying to land on the moon. You know, silly me, what can I tell you? Right, okay, let's take the surface sample and let's do the EVA report and let's proudly plant the flag of GrunfWorks. Yes, that's right, just look at this. This will be one selfie to remember. Moon conquered, yes, actually it's Moon Midlands conquered because there are so many biomes on the moon and you could grind a lot of science just going on the moon doing the hopping, but I'm thinking maybe Minmus would be more prone to that. Alright, having said that, I'm gonna be taking selfies, just look how beautiful it looks. And with that thing being said, hope you liked today's episode, like if you like the episode, and press subscribe for more subsequent videos that will be coming. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.